Today talking with George Edman of Buddtown. This is August 7th, 1974, and he's showing me a picture of 5 generations of Edmans in front of a house in Buddtown that's still standing. Now tell me who they are. That's you in the center.
Well, this won't amount to much. This is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
That's her aunt from Chatsworth. Brooks, or Acres, her name was, and this is her brother and wife. That was Brooks.
Mm-hmm. And
Atlantic Island.
You were telling me that your grandfather was born in 1790. What was his name?
Thomas.
And he
Thomas
was born
Edman.
Thomas Edman, E-D-M-A-N, and he was born in Buddtown?
No, he wasn't. He bought this farm when my father was. Well, he brought him there before he was a year old. Mm-hmm. So, take 1905, take 78 off of that and see what you got. That'd be what, about 27 minutes, something like that.
I guess so.
Well, I can do it.
You were telling me you were born in 1891.
That's right.
And where were you born?
Right there.
In that house in Buddtown.
1905, 78 from it. 18, 15, 7, 7, 9, 2, I told you. 1827. My grandfather bought that place in 1827.
And it's still standing, you said.
And brought my father there, and he was 78 when he died. And then my first boy was born in 1913. And children on down, and I forget just grandchildren. There's 2 children, grandchildren born there, but I didn't got that date. It was while the war was going on. They come there to get shit of going to war, so you can figure out.
You mean came to the farm?
The farm when they was born.
This was World War I. Mm-hmm. You have a beautiful picture there of the store, residence and store.
That's just a drawing. That's not a picture. That's a drawing.
Oh, well, it's the residence and the store of John S. Budd in Buddtown. Tell me about that.
That's just a drawing.
Mm-hmm. You said that's a barn to the left, and
yeah, that's a horse barn. See, they're all horse days.
And an ice house. Did you say?
On the right.
On the right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was all horse and wagon days then.
That's no longer standing, I guess.
No.
Was it burned down, or?
Yeah. The house was, I guess it all was. John Ellison bought it, and they moved the barn over here and bought buggies with a carload and had a great big place here and put them together and sold them and painted them, and I don't know what it didn't do, but it all burnt from there on it.
Do you know what year it burnt?
No,
approximately? But you remember it when you were a boy. How old were you when it burned?
Well, I don't remember. It was still horse and wagon days because I was watering the horses when I seen the smoke coming out. So you know it's pretty well back.
Mm-hmm. You were a young man then, or a boy? Mm-hmm. Where in Buddtown would you be able to locate for us where that store stood?
Yeah. When you go from here through Buddtown, there's a bridge. You go across the bridge, and that's the first place on the right-hand side.
First on the right?
Bungalow.
Off the Vincenttown-Buddtown Road.
You're going straight through Buddtown. So.
Mm-hmm. It's a very nice picture.
I ain't got it, but Elizabeth Wells, over to Vincenttown, her mother used to live right up the road there, about a half mile. Well, her oldest sister, Elizabeth Wells' sister, was born up on that farm. There's a man by the name of Muller lives there now. And she's got a drawing of that. And you can even see the water that's down out in the road.
You remember the store as a boy, of course. Tell me what they sold.
General merchandise, you know what I mean.
General store.
Mm-hmm. And it was a post office one time too. The mail used to. Dave Ellison's living out there, just out. Mm-hmm. And well, he's 9 years older than I am. He used to carry the mail back and forth. for his daddy,
Yeah, he was telling me that.
Charlie Ellison. And his dad, they got $60 a year, mind you, for making 6 trips, walk or go afoot or get there the best way he can to Pemberton, but $60 a year. Think of it. Oh, boy.
Amazing.
You got something?
Yeah. He was the one telling me about John Budd coming to Pemberton, to where the Legion is now. And it was a farm, of course, then, to buy whiskey by the barrel and take it back and sell it in his store.
Yeah, you sell whiskey. You sell molasses. You never seen one. I don't know if I ever did, but they used to get hogshead for molasses. Would weigh 200 pounds at least. And this John Budd would take it right to the thing, and he had a counter about that high, and put it right up on that counter. So you know he has some strength.
Yeah, I guess so. You said he was a strong man.
Oh, boy.
And a big man, you said.
Big man and strong.
How is he related to the Budds that are
Well,
living today?
I can't just tell you, but they was cousins anyhow. See, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. There's Theodore Budd and Alfred Budd. I mean, this John Budd, but I think he was a cousin-in-law or something like that.
Did he have a farm also besides the store?
Yeah.
In Buddtown?
Well, it wasn't in Buddtown. He had several places, but our farm sits back here in this. And
Your farm, you mean today?
yeah, Fisher's place today. So. And this house, if he's coming down from the shore that way, sits right. If you didn't turn, you'd go right on into it. So you crossed the meadow and into it. And this Budd, Summerfield Budd, owned a farm on the west of us, see. Back to this little road goes up here, and then another road back there. He owned that, and then the Butterworth was over here on the north side, and Chief Soy was on the Buddtown Road. That's a 15-hour farm, you know what I mean. As I say, there's a little back road goes up there. Well, Emmons still owns it, I guess. Blueberry's got blueberries back there.
Which Emmons?
Clarence Emmons had it.
Tell me, how different is it farming today? I know it's different mechanically, but how about in the kinds of crops that you raise?
They most generally raise the same kind of crops except soybeans now. In my time, I never had no soybeans. It was corn, hay, and grain. That's all there was to it. No way. Potatoes, you know.
Yeah.
Used to grow potatoes per acre and cart them over here to put them in a car. So well, same way with tomatoes years ago. You used to load tomatoes on the car, a horse and wagon.
They don't raise many tomatoes around Pemberton area today, do they?
None around the country, no. I don't know, but one contract with Camels, and that's Stuyvesant's. I don't know how many acres they.
Where are they located?
Well, Sorrel Corner, just about a mile from Buddtown.
Sorrel Corner. I don't know where that is. Is
Corner,
it south of
turn to the left, and that'd take you up to Joe Hargrove's place.
Yes.
You know where he lived? That's Sorrel Corner. It's a crossroad. I don't know why they call it a corner. It's a crossroad.
Up there where Job lived is Sorrel Corner. I don't know that.
So you go through Buddtown, you go south, and that takes you out to 206. You keep on going. And then this other road's from Vincenttown, and that comes out to the Burrs Mill Road. That's a dead end there, but Job lives right on the corner where you go out.
Was your wife from this area too?
Yeah.
Her forebears are all from this area?
Anderson, yeah. I don't know just where they did live.
And her maiden name was Anderson?
There was 2 Daniel Andersons. One they used to call New Lisbon Dan, and the other one was, I don't know, he had an initial or something. They both lived in the same house at different times. It's all tore down. Maybe you know where it is up there, the other side of Sprague's, a little ways.
On the Browns Mills Road?
No, Buddtown Road, going towards the shore.
No,
Two or three Sprague's lives in there. Yeah, Howard, that's where he has his bulldozers and things. That's as soon as you go across Burrs Mill Road. And then his mother lives in there, and then Butch, he's got a place on it there. There's 3 Sprague's lives there.
You're familiar with Jade Run?
Huh?
You're familiar with Jade Run?
Oh, yeah, I
what's
lived on it for years.
You've lived on it. Well, what's your version of how it got its name?
Indian name, Father said.
Indian name.
Indians called a horse a jade.
Mm-hmm.
Catch the jade and run away from them. He said, catch the jade.
But you don't remember it's a horse being loose or anything? Mm-hmm.
Used to be a sawmill, yeah, used to be a sawmill there on that, there was a bridge this side. Used to have a pond up. I never remember that. Father remember. A lot of older people.
What do you remember about Pemberton itself when you were a boy?
Not too much.
What did you do when you came into Pemberton?
Yeah. Down here on this corner, I don't know if they've changed so much, but it used to be Howard Bouncer had it after. What was his uncle? His uncle had it first, and he kept a general store for everything. Howard Bouncer, you could buy.
That's where Pratt's store was?
No, across the street.
Oh, across the street, where Mandel's store used to be.
That's where it was.
Mm-hmm.
But when Howard Bouncer had it, you could buy anything, a tarred rope and anything you mentioned, shoes and everything you could mention.
What kind of rope?
Tarred rope. That's
Tarred
what we
rope.
used to tie up stalks with. Instead of binder twine, we called it tarred rope.
Oh.
Used to come in a great big coil, about 100 in a coil, and you wanted 7 foot and a half, we'd cut it off.
Tie up the corn stalks and, yeah. Into what? What do you call them?
We got some hanging up in the barn yet. My wife says you know it, but it's too stiff to use. Getting them out of them, dried out and used to cut.
What do you call the corn stalks when you get them all in a bunch and tie them? It has a name, I can't think of it.
Bundle.
Bundle?
Well, that's a coil. When you put them all together, that's a stack.
Yeah.
Stack.
I
And then
guess
they
that's-
used to tear them down, husk the corn out, make bundles. So. Used to be 8 rows on a side. Used to take 4 hills and tie them together, make a horse or a granny they call it. And then you used to go out and get 8 hills this way in 2 rows. That'd be 16 the same way, and stand it up, then tie it up and let it dry out. Then husk it out and bind these bundles.
You husked it during the winter, I guess.
Didn't wait till winter for you.
Didn't wait that long. Probably needed it for feed.
It dried out nicely that way. A lot of this they sell nowadays. Junk, or I'm concerned.
You mean it doesn't?
Moisture's right in it.
It isn't dried properly.
Dry out.
Is that right? You're still farming.
Well, little. I don't do too much. My wife's got 10 acres of blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
We got 7 steers, cows and steers and stuff.
And you take care of them by yourself.
Yep. I don't want to brag, but I ain't missed a day since 65 taking care of them.
That's really good. Gee.
65. I was in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a heart attack in 63. I was in the hospital for a month.
And you're still going strong.
Yeah. Doctor said if you want to get better, he said you work a little and sit down. Work a little and sit down. I was carting chicken at that time from Chauncey over there. I had a milking stool, and I'd go over there and I'd throw on 2 or 3 shovelfuls and sit on the milking stool. It took several years though to get back. I'm telling you. But I'm better now than I was 2 or 3 years ago. I had an accident a good many years ago, and the first time I went to Florida. Brother-in-law, and I had an open truck, and I got a load of fruit, and we had a flat tire. And tar was loose in the back, and I got up on the back, tried to get it out. Foot slipped on. I got spread ribs there. Now, just as soon as I get indigestion or anything, it goes right there. But, well, I heard it 2 or 3 times in 1 year, see, and that didn't do a bit of good. But for over a year now, I ain't had no trouble with it. I feel different. Just as soon as you do that, it goes right around that place, around your heart, gas and stuff. Don't do it no good, you know.
What else do you remember about Pemberton?
No.
Did you went to church probably out of Buddtown?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My father always went to Baptist Church, yeah.
Your father went to Pemberton to the Baptist Church, but the rest of the family went to Buddtown?
Yeah, well, we was there.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't see no sense driving to Pemberton. All trying to get to the same place.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have children?
Yeah. Got 4 living.
Mm-hmm.
1 killed with a motorcycle.
Wow. And you have grandchildren?
Yeah.
How many?
2 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren.
Are any of them living in this area?
Yeah. They're in Illinois.
Illinois.
Just got a letter the other day, and they say their gardens is all burned up out there.
Yes, I understand it's been bad. Do you remember any funny happenings on the farm?
Lots of things, you know what I mean.
Can you tell about one of them?
I don't know too much about that up there. But I remember the first hurricane we had, or whatever you call it. We was down where we live now, and we had a little cow shed, and it was made out of cement block, and it blowed the blocks out, and the shed, well, 2 men can carry the roof anyway, and that still stayed on.
It stayed on?
Yeah.
Knocked out the cinder block, cement block?
Them cement blocks blowed them out. Instead of the wind come from this way, you'd think it blowed them in, but it didn't blow them
Came
out.
from the east.
They claim it's a suction or something, but I don't know.
And the roof stayed right there. Did you
Yeah.
have calves in it or cows?
Yeah, we just let them run, you know, for their Black Angus. Just let the calf run right with them.
Well, were they injured at all?
They got some pretty nice calves. We've been pretty lucky selling them dressed weight. Live steers ain't worth nothing, about 35 cents. We do a little better than that, selling them dressed weight.
Where do you sell steers now?
Had to go to Woodstown, there ain't no other place now.
You can't take them to Columbus anymore.
Woodstown is the nearest place.
And you haul them down there?
No, the guy comes up, picks them up, goes all around Columbus, calling. What,
what did you do for recreation when you were a boy?
You didn't need too much.
You didn't need much?
No, sir. Boys were brought up to work. That's my mom told me. It was wood and cobs and stuff to get in. It was always something when you get home from school.
How about swimming?
No, I never went swimming much. We used to, when the creek was high, we used to get in on that, get in there, run up and down.
You mean in Pemberton?
No, I never. We went swimming in Barrens. I went to, where was it? We went on a picnic somewhere. I guess I was up near Lisbon. We used to have picnics up there.
Yeah, I've heard that. Where the pavilion is? Did they have the pavilion then? That long ago?
They had a nice place there at that time. You know what I mean?
A covered
Boating you could buy. Yeah, there was a
covered building. Yeah, that's the pavilion. I didn't know when that was built. But you went to Sunday school picnics there as a
Yeah.
boy?
Yeah, there was a good, it was well built, you know. I guess they used it for dance floor time back, but called it pavilion or something. But it was a good place to get under for the rain. And then I say you could hire a boat and go out.
You could hire boats then? Canoes or rowboats?
Rowboats.
Rowboats. And I guess maybe a lot of the churches around had their picnics there.
Yeah. Used to go all over. Used to go to Brown's Mill one time, back at Pig and Whistle Inn there, right? There used to be in there. Yeah. Went there, Buddtown, went there several times.
Do you remember the Pig and Whistle
Yeah.
as a boy? Do you have any idea when that was built?
Yeah, I don't know when it was built, but I remember it was a great big boarding house. Used to be another one down here to Birmingham, too.
Yeah, the Birmingham Inn.
A lot of people used to come up on the trains, too. Summertime especially. Get out from Friday to Monday, maybe, something like that. And then, of course, there's some stayed all the time. Smithville, I can remember when that was booming, too. We had a girl work there from Buddtown. She used to have to peel a bushel of potatoes for the boarders, the boarding house, in one day.
In one day. It's a lot of potatoes.
See, man, I know there's several people eat.
When you would go away from Buddtown for any purpose, where would you be apt to go?
Pemberton, Vincenttown, or Mount Holly.
Any one of the three?
According to what we wanted, you know. Different things.
What would you go to Vincenttown for?
Well, and on the start, that's where he sold her calves. Vincenttown, they had two places back there, but he used to buy calves and poultry. Send it out on the train.
Didn't know that. Eggs too? Eggs also?
No, didn't buy eggs. You know, the poultry, they used to pack that in barrels, and then the calves, well, they just used to send them somewhere to the slaughterhouse. I suppose alive now, I don't know, but afterwards they got so they killed them before they sent them out. But they used to buy calves. Used to, in summertime, they'd come out, or go out and buy out west somewhere to get somebody to do it, I suppose. A carload of sheep, a carload of grass calves, and then a few dollars a piece.
And you'd probably come to Pemberton for supplies.
Yeah, well, I say, but
groceries.
With Pemberton, you know what I mean. My father's mother and father and them used to go. There used to be a Baptist church, a brick. You remember up there where
Yes,
that garage is?
at
Well,
the
that's when they started to go to Pemberton Church.
Up there at the intersection on the hill.
Yeah. Right there beside the graveyard. Commonly used for Cranberry House. Well, I suppose that's, you know what I mean, you got acquainted in that kind of place. Kept on going to Pemberton mostly. But as I say, you know what it means. We had to go to Vincenttown to take calves and things. We never had one.
And then what would you go to Mount Holly for?
Well, different things, clothing and things. But you could get some clothing to underclothes or something like that. They're the Ballingers, but you wanted a suit or something.
You had to go to Mount Holly.
Shoes, mostly. Ballinger kept shoes, work shoes. Good ones, still.
I understand Pemberton had a carpet factory. Did you know about that?
Yeah, they claimed they did, but I remember when the building stood, that was just over the bridge, on the right-hand side.
Just over the bridge on the right-hand side, if you're headed south.
Yeah. Between there and where the railroad was. Well, it was right close to, that's an old blacksmith shop, that where they got canoes.
Where the
that
canoe,
was the blacksmith
yeah.
shop.
Mulsbury's Canoe
There
House.
was a good big drive between, and then there was this great big, long building, 2 stories.
And that was the carpet factory. What was the name of it?
I don't remember that.
And about what year would that be?
Yeah, that was when I was pretty small.
So it
I
would
don't remember it when it used to
be the late
carpet factory, but I remember there was a man in there had a butcher shop hanging on and stuff. That's another thing. There used to be a big shoe factory up there right on the hill, across from that garage we was talking about. It was either 2 or 3 stories. Made shoes. My mother bought shoes when I was a kid.
That's not the building that's still there.
Ain't nothing there
No,
now.
there's nothing. Right on the on the corner, you mean. And I understand they also made barrels there at one time. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I was just asking Mr. Edman if he remembered any snowstorms.
No, I can remember when over here on this new Lisbon Road, there was a place that one man had to stand there and throw it back. They claimed in that drift there was 20 feet deep. And up there about a mile above us, there's a cut in there, and I know that they had to dig it all with shovels in. Take take a week from this thing. And let's see, it was 58. 58, you remember that again. I went to Florida and I come home, and boy, the roads was all blocked. Oh, Sprague up here had a great big thing, you go along, push it out. Before you get a mile, blow right back in. Boy, that was 20 feet high that time, pushed back. They was real snowstorms.
I remember Earl Sager telling about, or Bertie Sager telling about a snowstorm where the doctor was coming to their house and started digging from Vincenttown, I believe it was, up to Buddtown.
Well, they lived on the Vincenttown Road.
Yes.
You know. I can't pronounce names. Frank Danley lived there the last summer I know. He saw it. Yeah. I remember another time when I was knocking with a kid. They had used to have outside toilets then. And we dug a tunnel on it. Drifted so, dug a tunnel. Pigs drifted. Pigs walking all around the yard, walk right out.
On top of it drifts.
My mother and them said we had, in that 1888, cows walk right up and pull hay out of the second story window. That must have been something.
Yes,
That's about the only two that I remember last night. Sleep and ice. When our first boy was about 2 years old, I'd be about 14 or 15. You could, horse and wagon days, your sleigh, we had a team of sleigh. You could sleigh out in the field or around the road and run. It was all you wanted. The horse with sharp shoes so they could stand up. It's just a solid ball of
ice all
ice
over
and
it.
snow, for a snow cone and for cold. It was cold.
I've always wished I'd been able to ride in a sleigh. I think that would have been fun. That was the main way of getting around, I guess, in the wintertime, wasn't it?
It was quite a hobby sometime. Old man Shaw lived close to us, and they said they used to race over there. He lived over in Burlington. They used to race their horses up and down the street to sleigh. That claim was a lot of fun, but I never got much fun out of it. All I always had to do driving, and that's a pretty good job.
Yeah. How about ice skating? Did you go ice skating much?
Well, I used to go some, yeah. Had weak ankles, I wasn't too good.
Where was the place they used to skate in this area?
The nearest place we had was up to Robbins's. That was about nearly a mile and a half, right on by Sorrel Corner. They tore the old house all down now, but there used to be a nice pond. We used to go up there at night. Well, we used to go in the daytime one. We went up there one time in the daytime and used to cut ice and put in ice houses. They were cutting ice. So I don't know how he done it, but anyhow, one of the boyfriends, his name was Hargrove, Marble Hargrove, he did. But anyhow, he skated right off into the water.
Right off into the water?
Yeah, where it was cut, ice was cut.
Oh.
Slipped or something. We took his skates off and gave him all the overcoats we did. He tried the Buddtown, never got a cold. That must have been cold bath. Woo.
How about family picnics? Did you have many of those?
Well, we never had any family picnics. We always had a Sunday school picnic, mostly. This year is the only time they ain't had a Sunday school picnic since I can remember.
Oh, they didn't have one this year.
Just went all to Calamity. Ain't been nobody there since the 9th of June for Sunday school.
First time in your remembrance that they didn't have a picnic.
They went back to Brown's Mills for a while, and I was talking to Edith Simon the other night, and they said the last one or two they went would have right up there be New Freedom. It used to be a pawn thing, a girl camp or something there now. I said that's where Soy Place. It's on the road to Soy Place. So they got 2 or 3 camps in there. I didn't go. I never had a chance to go lately since we had blueberries. We always have a house full of blueberries to sort on picnic day.
Right. 10 acres of blueberries, that's quite a lot. You have to hire pickers?
Yeah, we have some pickers. We got a big picker now. They're like everything else. They leave them in the middle of the bush. Too high. They don't
you mean the mechanical picker? They don't get to the middle of the bush, huh?
Not where the bush is too big. If your bush is about that high, you can't even we got bushes set on a tractor. She wouldn't trim back when they ought to be. Got trees now instead of bushes.
I guess it's a problem like anything else in farming.
Yeah.
What do you like to farm the most?
All I know is cows.
Hay?
Cows and hay, corn and grass. Have a half-decent garden, mostly corn, beans.
You take care of that all by yourself?
Well, in a way, no. She's been hiring Scotty to do a lot of, put in 6 acres of grass. He hired somebody. We only got a little tractor. And that's a funny thing. Scotty come out there, well, we had bad luck 2 years where he didn't get no beans, and the weeds come up. Scotty come out there and he couldn't plow it with his big plow. We had to plow it with a little one for at a time. That's the only thing that turned the weeds on it. Yeah, he got 2 or 3 plows on there and it just bogged right up. Little tractor, you know, kind of separated it out.
Went right through. That's funny how that happens sometimes.
Well, I think that's about
All
all I
right,
can tell you
fine.
now.
Well, I thank you very much for coming in.